party chief, Vietnam will continue to achieve remarkable feats in new eras. An historic train marks 50 years of reunification. Hello, you're watching Today Headlines. This morning on April 30th, 2025, the Central Committee of the Communist Party of Vietnam, the National Assembly, the State President, the government, the Central Committee of the Vietnam Fatherland Front, and Ho Chi Minh City solemnly organized a national ceremony to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the self-liberation and national reunification. The ceremony was attended by current and former Vietnamese leaders, along with representatives from foreign nations, organizations, and international allies.
The ceremony opened with a flag-raising ceremony and 21 cannon salute, accompanied by an elaborately staged program titled Bright Vietnam. Party General Secretary Tô Lâm then delivered a keynote address on behalf of the party and state leadership.
Time will pass, but the victory of our people for national salvation will forever stand in our nation's history as a shining symbol of revolutionary heroism, a triumph of justice, of Vietnamese mettle, spirit, and intelligence, a victory of ardent patriotism and the aspiration for independence, freedom, and national reunification, affirming the truth that Vietnam is one. The Vietnamese people are one.
The party chief highlighted the enduring lessons learned from the Great Spring 1975 victory.
The lesson of promoting the strength of the people and the great national unity bloc. The lesson of fostering the spirit of patriotism, national pride, and self-esteem to their fullest extent. The lesson of upholding the principles of national independence and socialism. The lesson of creatively applying and developing revolutionary struggle methods and methods of carrying out all people and all-out war. The lesson of firmly grasping and seizing opportunities. The lesson of practicing benevolence, national reconciliation, putting the past behind, and looking to the future after victory. But the greatest lesson remains maintaining the party's absolute leadership and strengthening it in all aspects.
He emphasized that in the 5 decades since national reunification, Vietnam has achieved remarkable accomplishments.
We are confident that we will continue to achieve even greater victories and remarkable feats in this new era of prosperity, civilization, and national advancement, building a country that is more dignified and beautiful, one that stands shoulder to shoulder with the powers of the 5 continents, fulfilling the aspirations of President Ho Chi Minh and the entire nation.
At the ceremony, the party chief presented the Hero of Labor title to the party organizations, administration, and people of Ho Chi Minh City.
"50 years, a journey of peace, development, and the aspiration to reach further." This message echoed not only through Reunification Square on the morning of April 30th, but also across the world. It's reached millions of Vietnamese hearts worldwide, all looking toward their homeland. Many overseas Vietnamese families sat together in front of the TV, connecting with their homeland through the live broadcast. Every image from the parade and the homeland South transport them back to the heroic days of half a century ago. 50 years after national reunification, the Grand Parade served as a sacred reminder for overseas Vietnamese worldwide, a testament to their origins, the precious value of peace and independence, and the unyielding strength of the Vietnamese people. This morning, Laos National Television rebroadcast Vietnam Television's program celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Southern Liberation and National Reunification. Thousands of Laos people at home and abroad watched the program and expressed their deep impressions of the parade. For many Laos people, the parade was even more special with the participation of the high-ranking delegations of the Lao Party and State led by General Secretary and President Thongloun Sisoulith and the participation of soldiers of the Laos People's Army, one of the vivid proof of the great solidarity between Vietnam and Laos. On Wednesday afternoon, the Thống Nhất or reunification train converged at Da Nang stations. 50 years after the nation's reunifications, this voyage awakens memories, recalls a time of great pride, and inspires today's generations and those to come to be proud of the country's history.
Departing at its regular daily time of 8:55 p.m. from Hanoi, this train got a new look, celebrating the 50th anniversary of the liberation of the South and national reunification. Each passenger received a shirt featuring a red flag with a yellow star. Traveling with the national flag serves as a reminder of the nation's heroic history. This holds even deeper meaning for the veterans who boarded the train 50 years ago to head south and fight for the country's reunification.
The train we boarded more than 50 years ago was so quiet, so different. Being here now, we can truly see the country's development.
400 passengers disembarked at Da Nang station, while 500 others continued their journey northward and southward. We witnessed the sacred moment of a train carrying a special mission.
We want to spread the pride and spirit of the day the country was reunified. Because over a year later, the North-South Railway was restored.
At every station, people warmly welcomed our train. This is truly a great source of pride for our nation's reunification day.
The two trains meeting represents the reunification of our country and its growth over the last 50 years. Traveling on this train is an honor and a source of great pride.
Today, the reunification train not only carries passengers but also pride and a strong belief in the future. It is a journey that awakens the soul of the nation, from the train tracks connecting the land to the beating hearts united by the shared aspiration for Vietnam.
Coming up next, party leader meets Cuban vice president. An ethnic culture colors treasured and promoted. This morning meeting with Cuban Vice President Salvador Vandet Mesa, Party General Secretary Tolam respectfully conveyed his regards and thanks to the Cuban party and state leaders for sending a high-ranking delegation to Vietnam to share joy with the party, state, and peoples of Vietnam, emphasizing that Vietnam always respects and remembers those solidarities and wholehearted support, both spiritual and material, that Cuba has given to Vietnam in the past struggle for national liberation and reunification, as well as in the current cause of national defense and construction. The Vice President of Cuba believes that Vietnam would continue to achieve more achievements in the cause of national constructions and development, effectively implementing the guidelines and policies of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of Vietnam. Prime Minister Phie welcomed the Tanzanian Foreign Minister and thanked Tanzania for supporting Vietnam's independence and development. He proposed increasing high-level exchanges and hoped to soon host the Tanzanian President and Prime Minister in Vietnam. The Prime Minister highlighted the need to strengthen bilateral cooperation and support each other in accessing the ASEAN and East African markets. He also encouraged continued support for Vietnam enterprises investing in Tanzania. Tanzanian Foreign Minister Mahmoud Kombo, sharing in the joy of the Vietnamese people on this important day, expressed his admiration for General Secretary Tolam's strong message during the ceremony regarding Vietnam's future development and its responsible commitments to the international community. During a meeting with the Cambodian Minister of Commerce, Prime Minister Phie praised the agreement to boost bilateral trade for 2025-2026, aiming to increase to $20 billion. He urged that both countries' ministries of industry, trade, and commerce implement high-level agreements, promote economic connectivity, open markets for each other's goods, and strengthen supply chains. The Cambodian Minister of Commerce conveyed Prime Minister Hun Manet's congratulations to Prime Minister Phie on the 50th anniversary of the South Liberation and National Reunification, affirming their commitment to further strengthening economic and trade cooperation. On the 50th anniversary of national reunification, the Vietnam National Village for Ethnic Culture and Tourism introduced a culture showcase rich in ethnic colors and many unique festival activities. These offers visitors many experiences.
At the Thai Ethnic Cultural Space, artisan Lottie Tom and the community held an incense offering ceremony to commemorate President Ho Chi Minh. The trial offerings include typical and delicious Thai dishes.
We would like to express our gratitude to President Ho Chi Minh for his great contributions to the country unification.
Using traditional musical instruments such as the torung and kalamput, artisan Yi Sing from Sedang in the Central Highlands performed the song Angho on the happy day of a great victory.
I really like traditional musical instruments. I feel proud of my country when I listen to this song.
I want to express my ethnic identity to everyone and say that our identity is very beautiful.
The highlight of the activities is the Highland Rendezvous theme market, which introduced the art of performing monk flute and traditional folk games.
We have created a typical Dao market. With its space, many people can participate happily.
These activities create solidarity among ethnic groups. This is also an activity that contributes to socio-economic development.
The activities will run for 5 days and are expected to attract tens of thousands of visitors.
And now, as usual, let's continue with the weather forecast. And that's it for today's headlines. To rewatch the program, you can log on to VTVgo.vn or download a mobile application VTVgo. Thanks for watching and goodbye for now.